There's a good thing. It's rotating.
What was in the skies over Jerusalem, and why did it sound like those treasured sites in Christianity?
All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Monday, April 25th, 2022. It doesn't feel like a Monday. It feels like a Tuesday for some reason. I don't want to push it on those 9-to-5ers working Monday through Friday between 9 to 5, 8 to 4, 7 to 3, 6 to 2, 5 to 1. I don't want to say anything negative like that, but it is just Monday, the last few hours going into Tuesday. So I'm glad you could spend a few hours here with Goof On, maybe just to get your mind off the daily events you call life. We are in a field where we have heroes and we have people like you. Not zeros, but people who want to have a voice without having a voice. We're going to talk about your comments, your anger issues, and everything else that I found in these comment sections on the shows. Unbelievable. We'll find them together, actually. I found a few. I was getting a little agitated, and I'm like, hey, why are they being this way? I'm like, it's an opinion. It's not a fact. Boy, there's a lot of haters out there. Try to remove them all. Travis Walton, you know, who knows? I was trying to find, and I'm very, very angry at this because I don't know why I didn't think about it earlier, but I ran out of time trying to find the recordings that Ryan Gordon said he had with Mike Rogers. And I was trying to find them on Cambian Show, and I couldn't find it. And, I wish things were itemized, but they're not. I don't do it either. You could put chapters in the show. It just takes a while to go through and type all that in. So, we get lazy putting those chapters in, but I know I should do it. Maybe I will again, start putting the chapters back in the show, because it's an hour and a half, 2 hours. Some people just want to get right to the stuff and they don't want to scan the entire show. So it's always easy to put the chapters in and say, oh, Rich talked about Elizondo at 2940. Click. And then it takes you right there. So I'll get back to that. But other than that, things are okay. A couple of allergy attacks kept me down and out again. But here we are tonight. I'm surprised I even have a face. Have you seen how swollen I got? Watch this. Hold on, let me pull it up. It was a Facebook picture. I posted it. Let's see if I got it. Let's pull it up here. This was the yesterday. You see, this is what bothers me. I posted this, and I don't see it now. Let me see if I refresh, if that brought it up. So I posted a picture of me. And another picture next to me showing what I would look like 60 pounds heavier, and here I don't see it. This is so bizarre. Did it get removed? I don't understand. I put it on Facebook. This is unreal to me. Just weird that it's not there. I don't understand. Hold on, I'm going to pull it up because I think you need to see it because I look like somebody. Now let's see if it's just in my frickin' photos. Here we go. Let's pull this up. No, I give up. Yeah, I give up. I know I posted it. Right? Didn't you guys see it? Could it be in my drafts? On Facebook? I posted it to Facebook, though. I don't see it. Doesn't make sense. Let's try this. Hold on. Yeah, I'll find it later. Whatever. Yeah, let's do roll call and get this over with. Because, stuff like that, it would have been nice. It would have been nice to laugh at. I think I may have found another place. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I posted it on Twitter. I never removed it. Nope, I wouldn't have removed it. Because I look just like somebody. That's what's funny about it. Let me see if it's here. I think I sent it to people. I don't know. This is so bizarre. Well, I have it on my phone. I'm just going to show you this way. Here, I know what I'll do. I'll put it to Facebook. Too bad I'm doing it. Too bad I'm doing it. Too bad I'm doing it. Too bad, so sad. Because I look like somebody. It's funny to me. Here we go. I'm going to send it to... I'll just send it to my Gmail. Whatever. Subject, me. Alright, while that's loading up. Welcome to the show, Coraline! How are ya? Lisa M! Oh, that's a cool picture. Man, very photogenic. Welcome to the show. John P. Adventures, welcome to the show. Marie Jose Sproul, welcome to the show. Meow. Member Denbub, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to the show. John Hintz, welcome to the show. Pincer Flectum, welcome to the show. Zero Cool, love the eye patch. Smiley, beautiful. Welcome to the show. Member Gorilla Gamer, welcome to the show. William Bonnie 420, great name, great fella. Welcome to the show. Randall Hill Speaks. What's up, man? Welcome to the show. The beautiful one, Felicia Flores. Howdy doody. Kevin, welcome to the show. And that's it. Moody Mongol, welcome to the show. Member Rebecca Wiles, welcome to the show. White Motel, welcome to the show. I think I've been there once or twice. I know that hair. I know that hair. Do I know that hair? Member Dorothy Hawkins, welcome to the show there. Caleb Benjamin, welcome to the show. Claudia with a Chance of UFOs, welcome to the show. Zach Diecast Montu, welcome to the show. We are almost to our 1,000th show. Member Brian Kegler, removed for fat shaming. I may have. No, you'll see. It's funny if you can. Welcome to the show. Mary Young Sliwa, welcome to the show. Scott Brown, what's up? Stoner, welcome to the show. Brian McAllister, how you doing there? Welcome to the show. Who's at the front door? Oh, CC, I just saw you come in. Welcome to the show. Who's at the front? The Josh and Artemis Show. Members, the Josh and Artemis Show. Welcome to the show. Philip Blair's back in action. What's up? Welcome to the show. Bethany, what's up? Member Ben Yorkshire, welcome to the show. There's Yoga with Denise. Welcome to the show. Mark Tarana, welcome to the show. What's up, MT? AL Warrior shows up right through the front door, right on time. Wow, look at all these people popping in. Member South Point 1360. Kirk Cocaine's back. You haven't slept yet. Yeah, I can tell. Member Wild Cobb in there. And that's it. That's it. We'll get the show started. If I didn't say hello, it doesn't mean I don't love you. It means can't forget Nathan. Nathan, what's up? Welcome to the show. And Ghost 8. Complaisir. member Sky Allen, member Paula Faust. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Member Sky Allen. What's up, Dark Sky Files? Cindy, I see I can't stop. You guys are popping in quick. Scott Blight, what's up? Welcome to the show. All right, now we're good. Now we're done with the hellos. Just so you know, all the links are in the, all the links to the show, all the links to help support the show for Super Chat, Super Sticker, and all that stuff. It's all in the link. The links are in description. We're a donation-supported show is what I'm trying to say. If you like the show, yeah, you can become a member too. No, you demand Mr. Catfish 200, 2100 with a $2 super chat. First one of the day and a continuing supporter of Goofon. Thank you, Mr. Catfish 2100, for the $2 You Demand Rich super chat donation. And good. Way to start the show. Mucho gusto, generoso. Under 17, not permitted without parent. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. All right. You know, a lot. Huh? What are we doing? What am I missing? Oh, the picture. Right. So let's pull up the picture I have of myself here. And I look like somebody. And you're going to laugh. Because I do look like him. I look just like him. I thought his picture popped up next to mine. It was a little weird, I have to admit. A little scary. Let me open it up here. So this is me. If I added 60 pounds, I look just like, I swear to God I did. Here it comes. Who do I look like? Dorothy, don't say. It's an app where you could make your face. It makes you look a little older, more gray in the beard. Who the hell do I look like? Don't I look like Dave Scott? Look at oh my God, I know, that's when I woke up and my hair was all messed up. So I just used that picture for the fun app to see what it would look like, and it made this face. I really don't like looking at myself anymore. I got to be honest with you. It's not easy, but it looked like Dave Scott. Isn't that weird? I don't know. I don't know. It looked like Dave Scott. That's all I'm saying. It was pretty weird. It's pretty wild. That's all I'm going to say about that. I can't say anything else because we looked a lot alike. I mean, you got to add 60 pounds to me. Hey, there's a website, a channel. Excuse me, I'm still living in the late 90s. There's a channel out there on YouTube. I don't even like saying the name. But what they're doing is they're taking photos from the Perseverance rover and intermingling them with the deserts here on Earth. And they're acting like the Perseverance rover is catching petroglyphs, monoliths, aliens, past civilizations, and they're pitching it as if it's on Mars. And we can't have this. This is what I'm saying. This is why this field, this type of stuff, is watering down ufology. It's watering down ancient alien theories, which, a lot of people don't believe anyway anymore. I do. I believe in the ancient alien theory to a degree. But I'm not 100% sold on everything. But I believe, now this is just awful. Look at this. Saying there's petroglyphs here. These are found in the Hopis, Hopi Desert. What is that? Gobi Desert. No, that's not. These are from the Hopi Indian tribe in Arizona. You can see these. Here's some buildings. I'm not going to play anything here. They find very strange objects, which are all Earth. Look at these buildings. You see? It's crazy. They're using this famous square embedded in the rocks. Look at this here. This is Mars Perseverance rover. He builds an ancient village. Now, there's nothing on this channel that says, let's see, there is a mystery hidden in every part of the world and the universe. Let's discover these mysteries together. Our job is to seek information on mysterious events, try to see the mystery behind them. Join us. Now, for a channel to be legit on YouTube, look at this, 15 million views. For a channel to be a legitimate channel, you cannot lie about what your intent is on your channel, but yet these people have been doing it for almost a decade. Well, it is a decade. 3 years ago, 5 months ago, 3 years ago, 1 year ago. I mean, I know I'm just, let's go if we anything new. 3 hours ago, 9 hours ago. They're just posting them up. Thousands of views. We don't know how many subscribers are on the channel because they hide them. It makes me a little upset. This is the stuff that it waters down the field no matter where. Look at this. 7 days ago. Look at all these videos. And they're all over 8 minutes because that's when you make money, when they're over 8 minutes, unless you're doing a short. But the majority of them, 99% are 8 minutes, 9 minutes. Look, 8:20, 8:21. They know what they're doing. 8:20 again, 8:15, 8:40, 8:20, 10:20. You know what I mean? Here's a 5 minute. They might have made a mistake there, but it bothers me. You can't be misleading. Look, capture 3 perfect triangles over here. Find a life on the surface. Enters a cave. There's a fire. This is unbelievable bullshittery going on. Now, I don't know how this channel survives. Look, 8:20. I just saw one. I don't know. Where'd it go? Oh, right here. 8:21. A lot of 8:20s. 8:40. 9, another 8:20. 9:01, 9:01. Look at these 4 right here. 9:01s and another one 9:01. See, this is all about making money. This isn't about anything but. And I bet you $1 million that this is a terrorist organization that makes money through YouTube. Believe it or not, I learned that there's plenty of those that use YouTube to fund their dirty ways. It's not nice, is it? They shouldn't have that channel. It's illegal. Anyway, thought I'd share it because if you see it, make sure you put a comment in there and say, hey. Anybody fact checking this shit? I mean, you know what I mean? All right. The Hidden Underbelly 2.0 posted a video. This was sent to me by somebody. I can't remember your name, and I'm sorry I don't remember. 2 strange creatures spotted inside a tunnel during an urban exploration. From the Hidden Underbelly 2.0.
Urbex Hill. Now what he does a lot of urban exploration, which that means if he sees somewhere he wants to go and explore, he will just go and explore without permission. And this can lead people to get into a lot of trouble. But he will do this anyways at risk to himself for his liberty and freedom. And we are thankful because without guys like this going out there and doing this exploration, we would not get great footage like this. Now, while he's in this tunnel system, he catches these 2 creatures that came out and had a look at him. So guys, let's have a look at the footage and then we'll have a real quick chat afterwards.
Does anybody other than me want to punch themselves silly right now? Thinking that that is a real... Nah, I'll finish it. I just don't like... I mean, the way the eyes are moving, that's like somebody sticking a hand puppet out there with little lit eyes. Watch. Come on now. This better be real. And I don't blame anybody. I think this is great. I love it. It's exciting, but let's see. Now I'm going to play it through. I'm sorry. I had to say something.
Catches these two creatures that came out.
Hidden underbelly rocks.
So guys, let's have a look at the footage, and then we'll have a real quick chat afterwards.
All I know is I would be scared out of my balls if this was legit. Where are they? Wait a minute, weren't they right there? What? Wait a second. Where'd they go? They would have had to have come through that wall, right? They would have had, those eyes popped out of the wall. Where'd they go? This guy's crazy.
Now, wasn't that pretty creepy? We not only have one, but two of these creatures that pop their head around to take a look. And as you can see in the footage, one of them sticks out even further to have a better look at him. And he held it because, to be honest, if I'm down there and I saw something like this, I'll be turning the other way and running. But this guy, not only did he hold his ground, he went to see where they went. And as you can see, when they went around the corner, there's nothing. They've completely gone. And looking at these two creatures, the first thing that stands out are their glowing eyes. Now, this would be obvious for them to have these kind of eyes because they're living in an environment that is completely dark. I mean, I'm looking at these and I don't believe these to be human. These are something else. What are they? Well, that's up to debate. But they're definitely something else. And look at the sheer movement of them. They seem very flexible. Even when he runs off.
Okay. I don't mind people saying it's old, it's fake. What I want to see is proof that it's old and it's fake. That's what I want to see. Instead of just saying it, show me the link. I would like to know, because I've never seen this before, and it's hard for things to get by me. I mean, I just don't remember ever seeing this. So, if it's old, it's old. Nonetheless, I've never seen it. Could it be CGI? The weird thing is, it looks like it's around a corner, right? But you don't hear any splashing of the eyeballs running. You don't hear anything like that running away. And this guy, he didn't go right over there, but he made it over there within 30 seconds, right?
And you can see the creature when it runs off, it kicks up water as it runs.
Oh, it did?
So, guys, this one is crazy. And when you think that it's all over, no. As he gets further into the tunnels after seeing these two creatures, he hears this blood-curdling scream. So guys, let's have a watch and have a listen.
Oh, damn.
What the fuck? Did y'all hear that? Sounded like somebody screamed.
All right. So the best 5 did a debunk on it. I could make those eyes appear just as simple. You know, any of us could. It's not that hard to do what the guy did. But if it's debunked, it's debunked. But I don't know how you could debunk it. The only way you can debunk it, because we're not there, is by how? Making your own video. It's the only way you can, unless you go down there. But nonetheless, it is what it is. I thought it was fun. And those kind of things are exciting. because we always see videos like that, and some of them are legit. Some of them aren't. But nonetheless. Anyway. So I know I got a couple of messages, several actually, about yesterday's show not being visible. Unbelievable. I must have went over. It said 21 seconds. I used the clip, and they claimed it. But the other 8 clips I used, they're all fine, you know. So it blocked me in every single country. It was not able to be seen after a couple of hours. So I removed that clip, and now it's visible again if you want to watch yesterday's show, which was Sunday. Pretty good. All right. All right. Let's take a look at this. Let me see something here. Bob, wait, I'm just looking at something at Bob Lazar Not Lying.
Bob Lazar. Bob.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have Believing Bruce. Yeah, I can't. I'll have to look at these. Couple of things on Bob Lazar. People are sending me since I did the Bob Lazar thing. Let's see this. Oh, right. Did you know that they wanted to nuke the moon? I know. They've been talking about it for a while. And I meant to talk about this the other day. That the U.S. government report proposed nuking the moon. And there are these documents that are out that are proving it. Oh, member Black Lotus Productions, $10 super chat says, can't stick around tonight. Date night with the wife. Just wanted to jump in and say hi to everybody. Have a good night, Rich. Hey, thank you very much. Black Lotus Productions, Sundays and Thursdays, right here on YouTube. 7 p.m., I believe, is the start time. Thank you very much for the continuing support. Thank you. You guys are awesome, by the way. Yeah, they've been getting some really good guests. So I'll read this article. You might have read it already, but the U.S. government's now defunct ATIP spent millions of taxpayer dollars to research bizarre experimental technologies such as invisibility cloaks, anti-gravity devices, transversable wormholes, and a proposal to tunnel through the moon with nuclear explosives, according to dozens of documents obtained by Vice.com. The documents, which include nearly 1,600 pages of reports, proposals, contracts, and meeting notes, reveal some of the stranger priorities of ATIP, a secretive Department of Defense program. That year, in 2017, ATIP became synonymous with UFOs thanks to several now infamous videos from Luis Elizondo, But the new documents suggest ATIP was up to more than just investigating reported UFO encounters. The entire cache of 51 documents obtained by Vice via Freedom of Information Act filed 4 years ago can be read here. Let me see if... Oh, man, I'm not going to go through all that. Wow. There's a lot of stuff. Interesting. I'll have to put the link to this story in the description when I'm done. Perhaps most intriguing among the documents are several dozen Defense Intelligence Reference Documents, DIRDs, which are DIRDS, which discuss the viability of various advanced technologies. This collection includes reporting on transversable wormhole stargates and negative energy, high-frequency gravitational wave communications, warp drive, dark energy, and the manipulation of extra dimensions, and many other topics that will sound familiar to fans of science fiction. Really? Really? They want to manipulate extra dimensions. The manipulation of extra dimensions. What is this?
Can you box moving target?
No, I took an auto track.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, dude. Wow.
They have a video playing and that's it. Many of the reports stress the impracticalities of implementing advanced technologies. In the DIRD report on invisibility cloaking, for example, the authors, whose names have been redacted in all of the reports, write that perfect cloaking devices are impossible because they require materials where the speed of light approaches infinity. However, cloaking devices that make objects invisible to microwave-based sensors, such as radars and motion detectors, are definitely within reach of the present technology, the report authors wrote. Other reports do not shy away from bold, sometimes outlandish proposals for realizing advanced technologies. In a report on negative mass propulsion, the authors propose a plan to look for extremely lightweight metals in the center of the moon that may be 100,000 times lighter than steel, but still have the strength of steel. To reach the center of the moon, the authors suggest blasting a tunnel through the lunar crust and mantle using thermonuclear explosives. How dumb. These are just ideas, right? I mean, it's not something that I think they would ever do. How can you do that? How could you do such a thing? You can't. Wouldn't that have an impact here on Earth? There would be a problem. Well, for one, we don't know what that would do to the moon. And if it is hollow, like ancient alien theorists suggest, then we may be breaking open the firmament, the sky, the bubble that keeps people alive in the moon. I don't want to see that happen. Of course, the U.S. has not nuked the moon and shows no immediate intention to. NASA's upcoming Artemis missions plan to return humans to the moon for the first time since the Apollo era, with the ultimate goal of establishing a sustainable human presence there. Rattling the moon with nuclear explosions would likely prove contrary to this mission. Whether these DIRD documents ever led to any long-term investments in advanced technologies is unclear. According to Vice, much of ATIP's agenda relied on contract research from a private company called Bigelow Aerospace Advanced Space Studies, or BASS. The company, run by Robert Bigelow, a personal friend of late Senator Harry Reid, who was responsible for the creation of ATIP, was awarded a $10 million contract for their first year of research for the program, Vice reported. Well, this latest FOIA document dump arrives just 3 weeks after British tabloid The Sun obtained more than 1,500 pages of documents related to alleged UFO encounters cataloged by ATIP. Included among the documents was a report on the alleged biological effects of UFO encounters on humans. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. We know. Vice reporters will be delving into their newly acquired database of ATIP documents in detail over the coming weeks. More follow-up to come. Big deal. Yeah, you can't go nuking stuff. And nobody owns the moon. Nobody has the rights. Nobody owns it. So anybody can do anything they want to the moon. You can nuke it. You can build a motel up there. You can do whatever you want. Nobody's going to stop you. Who's going to stop you? How are they going to get there? You're going to send the moon police? Is that the new MPs? Moon police? Yeah, looks like we got a couple of nukes coming, George A. Stop the nukes. Never happened. What do we see in here? A couple of members. David Wilcox, Space 1999. Yes, I did mention Space 1999 at the Josh and Artemis show in the chat room. What a great show that was. You know, I barely remember any of the episodes. I just know that I liked watching it. I think it came on before Battlestar Galactica on Sunday night. Maybe after. Thank you for the super chat, member David Wilcox, continuing supporter of GoofOn. And, hey, Ricardo Jimenez. Happy Monday, everyone. Love the new Wolverine look. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I'm trying it out again. I don't know. We'll see where this one goes. Thanks, Ricardo Jimenez, a continuing supporter of GoofOn, and usually a Taco Tuesday supporter. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Ricardo Jimenez. Excuse me. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. All right. I'm going to play this video. It looks like about 16 hours ago, Third Phase of Moon did an interview with famous abductee and experiencer Travis Walton. What is going on? Wow, that's weird. Why would that happen? Hold on. Oh, wow. How'd this happen? Unbelievable. I didn't fix it. Everything's falling apart. You know, I did such a good job today. I don't understand how this is happening right now. You know what? It is what it is. There. That's all I can do. What do you want? Hey, member Brian Kegler with $5 super chat. Do you think the U.S. military or any others are on the moon now, or any ancient ruins of a prior civilization? What are your thoughts on the moon? Good question, member Brian Kegler. Thank you for the $5 super chat. My thoughts on the moon are this. There are significant things that have been whitewashed in pictures from the moon by NASA. I just watched a documentary a few days ago called Alien Moon, and I looked into it before, and I think that there are strange anomalous structures that shouldn't be on the moon. Now, whether they're on top of the moon or pushed up from inside the moon to the surface, I don't know. But it's been known that there's a report of a bridge that is enormous. There's a spire that goes 5 miles up. Very strange things. 5 miles. I mean, it's a mountain. 20,000 feet above the from the surface up. A 5-mile spire. So there's a lot of strange things that look like. Do I know for a fact? No. But it sure does look like there's a cover-up. And what does that mean? Does that mean aliens are there, or is it us from many thousands of years ago living on the moon because we had to avoid the catastrophe that happened on Earth? What if that's a possibility? There's just so much that we don't know and can't verify because we can't get there. I don't know. I hope. I just don't know. But there's a lot of cover-up. I really don't know what's going on. I mean, it's a horrible question because I have a horrible answer. Oh, I take that back. I mean, it's a great question. Horrible because I can't answer it. Because I don't know. Just like with these lights we see in the sky. I don't know who's flying them, if anybody's flying them at all. Nobody knows. Who knows? Does Lou know? No. Corbell? No. Does anybody know? I think somebody knows. Because the moon is so weird, and it's an anomaly of an object that is so big for our planet. It's ridiculously big. It's bigger than Pluto, isn't it? Well, it shouldn't be there. I'm going to say 60-40. There's life on the moon. What kind of life? I don't know. I think there were, from our go ahead, you can put that back up. From previous civilizations, I think it's possible there was something happening on the Earth And maybe they went to the moon to stay safe. Here's another thing that you might want to chew on for a little bit. Let's say the whole time the moon has always had aliens or humans living in it. If they saw an object like an asteroid or maybe something like a super volcano that was going to go off and it was going to wipe out a certain civilization, did they come down, take us, and bring us to the moon? Now, mind you, if that was to happen today, you know who would go to the moon. A select few. How can they take 1 million people? I don't know. 50,000 people? 10,000? 1,000? I don't know. But if they've been up there living there all these years, 10,000 years plus, they've got a lot of people living up there. And if they have an ability to get off the planet, which it looks like, I mean the moon, if it looks like they're able to get off the moon and go interplanetary, well, why bother living on the moon? There's so many strange things, and that we see lights coming out of craters. There's been reports of what looks like to be underground entry, an entry on the moon. All these things are covered up. Pipes coming out of the ground, smoke that we've seen on video, or something coming out of a pipe. Yeah, even when the Apollo mission was flying over the moon to go land, the lander flew over a vent of some sort. And this smoky thing came out of the top of it. It was kind of cool. Andy sees Nibiru, $5 super sticker. Thank you very much. I'll have to check and see what the sticker is. Give me a moment. Wow, thanks a lot for the super chats tonight. You guys are really unbelievable again. Keeping Goofon alive. Oh, here it is. It's that's me, man. I'm a working out pear. Thank you. I'm keeping it up. Thank you, Andy. Andy with the $5 super chat and a continuing supporter of Goofon. Thank you. I'm going to play this video now. I know, that was a good question. Just, I don't have the right answer. I don't know what the answer is about the moon. But let's talk about what might be real and what might not be. Travis Walton. Travis Walton may be the best liar and the worst liar of all time in ufology. His story has been told 1,000 times over. He can tell this story in his sleep, so it'd be very hard to listen to him tell it now, wondering, is this guy telling the truth? What we need to do is the same thing we did with Bob Lazar, and that's go back in time and listen to the early interviews with Travis Walton. I don't have that here tonight, but the Cousins brothers met up with Travis Walton, and they interviewed him. And I haven't watched this yet, because it showed up last night, and I was out sleeping. So I'm going to play it, and we'll talk about it. And I don't know. There's so many weird things about Travis's story. I'll go over some things. Whether you believe this guy or not, the story is phenomenal either way. See, Whitley Strieber told the story, made a movie out of it called Communion. It was also a very famous book. It was the book first and the movie. But he's an author. Now, it's very hard. Well, look at me doing this. I want you to believe me. See, I'm praying. The hands. Remember the hands. Look at me. Didn't even know it. I just want you to believe. I want you to believe anything you want to. Boy, I thought I was just thinking. I'm actually praying that you believe what I'm about to say. I don't want you to believe me. So I'm going to play this and we'll decide. Thank you, Third Phase of Moon. Nice. No.
Travis,
That was awesome.
welcome to Third Phase Moon. Thanks for having us over here in Arizona. We're in the location, or close to the location where it all went down. And you know, there's a lot of people out there that are really fascinated about your story. You're world famous in regards to this phenomenon, but we're going to get into some other things that people might not know about you, Travis. And first off, people want to know what happened prior to this. Were you a believer in UFOs? Did you have any experiences prior? What was your first impression before the event?
I had actually had some sightings before. You know, it's not unusual up in this country because, you know, you live in the out of doors, and it's an area where the skies are clear much of the time.
You know, when you're out here, you kind of feel a presence because a lot of people say they do see strange lights in the skies and strange, you know, experiences in the woods. Have you had any other experiences after this event?
Well, yeah, I did.
Well, let's talk about that a little bit. Let's go for a walk, Travis.
All right. My son and I and a girlfriend went to a MUFON meeting. It was held at Burbank, California, Burbank MUFON. And Tracy Torme, the screenwriter on Fire in the Sky, and the head of MUFON both spoke there. And then after it was over, we were headed home, and we saw this light in the distance. It was just coming towards us. And then it was apparent that it was moving extremely fast. You know, when you're watching an airport, a jet airliner come into the airport, they seem like they're barely moving. But if they weren't doing a couple of 100 miles an hour, they'd fall out of the sky. This thing just came so fast, stopped right over the top of us. It was, the closer it got, we could see that it was 3 lights, not 1. A light on each corner of this giant triangle, and I mean gigantic. It was unbelievably huge. Stopped right over the top of us. When it stopped, it kind of went like that a little bit. And then the point light did a 90 degrees, pointed towards the west, towards the Pacific, and shot off. How could something that big move that fast? I'd have never told anybody, but by the next morning, we found out that there was a website, took 15 other reports. And I'd never even heard of the site, you know, and after having happened to me what did, just an obscure website takes 15 reports. But in a city that size, you can imagine there must have been hundreds of people that saw what we saw.
So we're talking about the black triangle, and it's dubbed the TR3B. Some people speculate.
No. That annoys the hell out of me. That's saying it's a military thing. No way. That's just stupid. This thing, we don't have anything like that. You couldn't keep that kind of a thing secret. It flies faster than anything we have, and it's been around since the 80s. When did we have something like that back then?
Wow. That was amazing. I don't know if I've ever seen Travis Walton be so animated. So he's definitely saying it was not man-made. We don't have anything like it. It wasn't a TR-3B. And hearing this story that he just talked about is pretty amazing. I don't know if I've ever heard that one before. But Travis has admitted that he's had some experiences since his famous or infamous abduction. Man, this is just great stuff, seeing Travis in a different light. All right, let me continue on here. Third Phase of Moon in the house. Thanks for letting me play this for a few minutes, and then you guys will have to watch the rest later. But this is amazing.
You think the black triangle is definitely something otherworldly? And
yeah. I mean, where are you going to park this thing? You're going to have a hangar half a mile wide somewhere? Our enemies have satellites too, and they're watching everything.
It's interesting too, because some people actually state that. Let me ask you, what do you think of the Roswell crash of '47? And do you think that technology has been reverse engineered in present day?
I think that there's been a great deal of technology that was harvested, and all these people are saying, oh, I want disclosure, I want disclosure. They're not thinking, look, our enemies want disclosure too. They would love to know exactly what we have, so they'll know if what they have is superior to what they have. So I am not in favor of disclosure. There's good reasons to keep it secret, because I'm sure our enemies have their own ideas about technology, maybe even recovered different crashes and things of that sort, maybe even shot them down. But I don't think it would be wise to let our enemies know exactly what we don't have and do have, because that's what they would want.
So when you talk about this disclosure that you actually don't want it, is it?
So let's go back a few seconds here and leave it there. We'll come back and play one more minute. But he is definitely... I mean, what he says, yeah, he may have had 40 years to think about it, whatever, 35, whatever, however long it is, 40 years, whatever. But even when I watch him now, it seems like he's telling the truth, and he's not saying that there's technology that's come from the UFOs. Didn't he say that? He doesn't know? Maybe I misheard it. I'll have to watch. I usually watch everything twice because I'm trying to think of things to talk about while he's talking. But I'll play one more minute, and then you guys will have to go to the link to Third Phase of Moon. I'll put the link in the description after the show.
Because that's what they would want.
So when you talk about this disclosure that you actually don't want it, is it due to the fact that because it could be too dangerous and the people can't handle the truth? You know, there are things that could be disclosed, maybe like free energy, maybe not these propulsion devices. With
the idea that they're not coming down and landing on the White House lawn, it might be for our benefit, not theirs. They're not afraid of us. They are just trying to exercise the equivalent of the non-interference directive, that any sort of open contact is going to be detrimental to a less developed society.
Is this what they communicated to you? Was there a message when you're taking aboard the craft?
I won't claim it's a message, but I've had 47 years to think about this, and I don't think that it would be beneficial to suddenly have free energy. The world's economy survives on petrodollars. Jerk all that away overnight, and you're going to have economic collapse worldwide, and riots and rebellions and terrible things would happen.
Wow, I'm actually shocked to hear that. I'm a little bit shocked. Does he know something we don't know? I don't know. I don't think so. But yeah, if Travis Walton really had that experience, and I'm not hearing that, I don't know. I wanted to... It's weird with Travis because there's a lot of things that have just come out recently in the last 6 months that are saying from Mike Rogers, the guy who drove and was Travis's friend, is Travis's friend, I think still to this day. I'm not sure if they're still friends. But Mike Rogers came out recently, and I'm not sure now. And I was looking for the recordings. I haven't done a really super deep dive like that filmmaker guy Ryan Gordon did. Apparently he talked to Mike Rogers, And the recorded information that we heard was Mike Rogers saying that me and Travis faked this. We took a different route on the way home on this night because we knew we knew the guys wouldn't know where we were going because everybody's tired at the end of the day and then they're just waking up in the beginning of the day. So, people are in there, they got a 35-minute drive, whatever, to the logging area, 45 minutes, whatever it is. So they go down a lot of roads, a lot of side roads and stuff, obviously. So on the way home, apparently, according to Mike in this recorded interview that Ryan Gordon did with him, that they took a different route home that was a little bit lower and than the other road that they would take that went by the tower that was supposedly the UFO that was abducting Travis Walton. And this road was parallel to another road, but the tower had these 4 legs. I don't know how tall it was, 60 feet, 80 feet, whatever it was. It was a fire, they look for fires up there and shit like that. So it was one of those, and it had a big spotlight in it. And apparently, according to Mike Rogers, Travis and Mike talked to the guy or the person who worked that light tower and I guess cut him in on it. And he was going to hit Travis with this incredible beam of light. And Travis was going to, fly backwards, whatever. And Mike was going to say, let's get out of here. Come on, And he was going to create the distraction so nobody would go over to Travis. And that was the thing that Mike said, was that if anybody else came over to Travis, it wouldn't have worked out. They would have seen that it was a tower. Because, the trees were hiding it from where the truck was parked, where Travis got out and ran to the open spot. This guy hits him with this thing, and it's lit up inside, so they just see the top part of it from the ground, from where they're at, where the truck is. So they think they're seeing a UFO above the trees. I mean, this is the story Mike Rogers was telling, and I'm not sure how accurate of a story this is, if it was edited or cut and spliced from different interviews, because Ryan Gordon has been kind of a liar, shady. And he was the guy who was trying to say he paid $1,000 to Anjali's Wayne. And apparently that never happened, and had a recorded interview with the guy who had the tunnel, on his property from the mountains there that he lived. His property was on. It was all bullshit. Everything was bullshit. So how can we trust this interview with Mike Rogers was real? Apparently it was, because Travis Walton, a few days later, went on Jimmy Church to rebut what Mike Rogers said. And he said Mike Rogers is a little bit, he's starting to lose his mind a little bit. But apparently Travis owed him money. And Mike says, if you don't pay me the money, I'm just telling everybody we faked it. And I'll tell them the truth. Travis said he's out of his mind. He's just doing that, he's crazy. What else could Travis say at that point? I try to put myself in his position. After all these years, you just don't give a shit what anybody says. Right? You don't give a shit. I don't care what people say now. You know what I mean? I saw a super chat pop up. Who was that? Louise Mitchell with the 10-pounder. Hello to Rich and to the Goofon family. Thank you very much. Mucho gusto, Generoso. A continuing supporter of Goofon, of course. Thank you very much, Louise Mitchell. Appreciate that. Thank you. It is... Now, there have been people who went to the location where this UFO apparently hovered. And the trees that were closest to the UFO, when they were analyzed and I think they cut into him and saw the rings. The rings weren't perfect. The rings kind of bowed out towards, no matter what angle, it bowed out towards where the UFO was. So there was like a perfect half a circle and then a little elongated and then so on and so forth. And if you go all around, they were all like aiming towards where the UFO was. And that's been seen before in other places. Isn't that right? Didn't they do that at Rendlesham too? Did they do that at Rendlesham? I think they did the same thing at Rendlesham, right? And they found the same thing. I don't know. I can't remember all these things. But it's an interesting story. Travis went missing for 5 days. And the problem that a lot of people have, including myself, now we don't know what happened on that ship because we only know what Travis told us, was that he didn't eat. He said he didn't eat. But maybe he was gone for 5 days, but 5 days in another reality, maybe, that really was only hours. Right? It's hard to tell how this all went down, man. It really is. But there's so many people now who don't believe Travis. And I'm surprised to hear that there's some people that don't believe him at all. It's like, we did the poll here, right, in the chat room. And out of how many? Let's see. 190 votes, 57%, I'm ending the poll now. 57% said they don't believe Travis was abducted, and 42 yes. Out of almost 200 votes. That's about right. I would think it would be more 50-50, but we have a lot more skeptics here than most channels do. Like if you were at another channel that, loves Luis Elizondo and Jeremy Corbell, that would be 80-20. So I think it's right around the 50-50 mark. People just don't know. And if Travis was abducted and spent 5 days as a guinea pig for these aliens, and they let him go without any side effects that we know of. I mean, the guy didn't grow an extra arm. His brain didn't, pop out of his head like we've been hearing some things like this happen now when people get near UFOs, right? That there's this effect that's pulling on people's brains that's elongating the brain in the skull. So if there was a UFO like 50 feet from you, like we've heard and haven't seen, that would pull, I guess, your brain. Yeah, it's really strange. It's the gravitational waves of the UFO. That's what it is. It's changing gravity. I like Travis, but damn it. If they faked it, I'd be really mad. He seems like he's being honest about it, though. I don't know. Hey, man, Bob Lazar, I'm surprised how many people don't believe Bob Lazar. There's some people, I just get surprised, and I thought that they were all aboard on Bob Lazar and Travis Walton, and they don't believe either one of them. Just certain people in this field. No names to throw around right now. Hold on, I think I'm getting a... Let's see. Oh, okay. All right. I'm going to play several more minutes of this because it's amazing. And let's take a little more of this interview and see what we can hear. We can do another, 5 minutes, maybe 10? Well, we'll see. We'll play it.
It's interesting, Travis, because your
Thanks,
ideology and your thought process on this is quite unique from other people in this field in regards to full disclosure and the power of the petrol. So let me ask you, would it be possible that there would be maybe some kind of disclosure that would put out the greed and then bring forth, this free energy where we could put the people out of business that control. So basically you're saying it's impossible for that to happen.
Well, I'll say this, the people of Earth just aren't ready, and they show it all the time. I mean, look at this. You know, Stan Friedman used to say, what would these advanced beings want to have to do with us? Our major interest is intertribal warfare. And it's been going on forever, and it never ceases. These other civilizations fly over and observe us, and it's constant war. Earn it. The technology that they might impart, and immediately there'd be demands for more technology and how to blow up your neighbor a little better.
Absolutely, and that's what this technology and this propulsion that's the danger behind it, because these craft apparently been clocked at moving 30,000 miles an hour and probably much, much faster, as far as we're aware of, and a lot of this is classified. What makes you think that our governments should be in control of disclosure? And is it up to the governments or is it up to them?
Well, any sort of disclosure that might occur would hinge on what they know. I mean, when they justify looking into the subject, they always use defense notions. This thing is faster than our jets, this thing can evade us, we need to know for that reason. They can't justify going to Congress for money to investigate this on the basis of, boy, it sure would be neat to know this stuff, So they've got to focus in their justifications for looking into it. And so what they know is going to focus mainly on those kinds of issues. A guy comes up to me and he says, Bob, you keep saying you don't see them as hostile. He says, what about these people who are abducted and then they're dissected and you find their body? And I say, give me a name. And he gives me a name. I go, no, not somebody who's saying that happened. I'm giving me the name of a victim. And he gives me another name. I go, no, that's somebody that's telling us that this happened. Give me one name of somebody who was a victim of being dissected and left on the sidewalk.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is that there's this thing that's been on the major media for almost 2 years now, saying these things are a threat. We don't know what they are. This technology is far more superior than anything in our private assets. But why do you think they continue to push this threat?
Because that's the only justification for expending government resources to research it. And we've got to see it as a potential threat. Otherwise, why are you stepping outside your bailiwick,
Two things. The first thing he said, which I was starting to talk about and then went off on a tangent, was that to transition from gas and oil to free energy would just be terrible for the world, because it's not something you can do right away, right? You can't, if you were to do it an instant changeover, it may throw everything into a flux for a little while, but I think you could slowly integrate the free energy and weed out the other stuff. I mean, that's how it's always been done, right? We used to be under candles, right, for lights and all that, street lights, and eventually we got rid of those and added light bulbs, right? Out with the candle, in with the bulb, right? We used to use the telegraph machine. Get rid of the telegraph, bring in the phone. We used to listen to the radio, which we still have radio, but they introduced television. You can do it. It's not going to make everybody in the whole world go into dire straits. There is a way that they could integrate the free energy into all of our lives, save the planet, save, I don't know, man. Save a lot of things. More efficient more efficiently run technology. I would imagine there would be some sort of quantum computing that would have to be synced up with this stuff. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe we don't know how to make it talk to our technology just yet, or efficiently enough, or at all. You know, how do you make this stuff work the way we need it to? I mean, we're using combustible propulsion right now for our cars. How do you take out the carburetor, you take out the tune port injection, you take out that engine and put in how do you put in a free energy source in there and make it work with everything else? I guess as long as you have power, all you need is the gears to make the car run, to make it go, right? You have the power source. It could be a little battery like this big. You put it in the car. And not only that, you're saving about 800 pounds of bullshit to make the car run. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think we do have a long way to go. I don't know if free energy can be used. The one thing that we've talked about before, Third Phase and I, and we've talked about it openly, is that if this technology gets into the hands of somebody nefarious, has a nefarious intent, can they take this technology and make it into a weapon? You know, a weaponized tic-tac, perhaps. Put a nuclear warhead on top of this thing and just fly it at 30,000 miles an hour. Nobody's going to stop it into a building. Travis also said, what else did he just say here?
Saying that happened, I'm giving me the name of a victim.
Oh, right. The people, as this being a threat, he's right on point. They had to make ufology, UFOs a threat so they can get the AOI MSG office inside of the DOD and the Pentagon. That's all that was. What do they call that? Pomp and circumstance. It was all a ruse. It was all bullshit. Because the threat of being, of your society being destroyed or in danger from an unknown source, well, of course you want to fund that and find out what the hell it is that's flying around. No. Travis was right. Now, as far as human, we've talked about these before. There's cattle mutilations. There have been human mutilations in history. Come on. Come on. I didn't even smoke any. Come on. And there aren't, I think there was one or two cases that I found or that I researched that were one looked just like a cattle mutilation, and then there were two others that looked sloppy, like somebody was trying to duplicate an alien abduction scenario. It was just shoddy work. It wasn't clean. It looked like they were trying to duplicate, just maybe to throw off the scent, you know, of a human mutilated body by aliens. Those reports do not come in. They're so rare. That's like, yeah, I mean, there's nothing, I don't know of any recent in the last 30 to 35, 40 years, recent human mutilated bodies like that of a cattle. Anyway, let's continue this for a couple more minutes and then, yeah, we got plenty of time. Lots of stuff. Travis, he's got some, he says all the right things so far. He's saying a lot of good stuff. He watches.
Far more superior than anything in our private assets. But why do you think they continue to push this threat?
Because that's the only justification for expending government resources to research it. And we've got to see it as a potential threat. Otherwise, why are you stepping outside your bailiwick, you know? So,
well, it seems like the Congress has led everybody to believe that they're going to be opening up this office and they're going to be transparent, but in reality, it's more and more of like the Project Blue Book and anything prior to this new office of total cover-up of this. And the information is not going to be transparent as one may believe.
Well, these major sightings have been made for 60, 70 years that we know for sure. And nothing's happened yet. I mean, if they wanted this planet, they could take it overnight. We'd never know what happened. I can think of several ways an advanced technology could get rid of all the humans basically overnight. And that's not happening. So I don't think they're hostile.
Yeah, that's what something. Basically, there's this movie, obviously, Fire in the Sky, based on your abduction experience. But you say Hollywood got it all wrong. You may be working on a new movie coming out that tells a true story of what happened without the twist that Hollywood usually puts on this.
Well, I kind of thought that way at the time. I felt, that this was a terrifying experience. And, at first I accepted the idea that I had been fired upon, but I've had a lot of years to think about it. And now I think maybe there's a lot of reasons to think that they were more benevolent than I was aware of. I was just terrified by the pain I was in, the strangeness of these beings, and just the fact that I was returned at all says a lot in their favor.
So you're missing for how many days? Approximately
5 days.
5 days. How long did it feel that you were missing? Like,
I thought it was the same night. I was apparently unconscious most of that time.
There was this scene. Some people are saying that you were in this black goo when you're.
That was Hollywood embellishment. There was no gooey stuff.
Was there any kind of nourishment that you were on the ship, or did you lose weight when you were?
Well, yeah, I did, and that
After 5 days, somebody, the humans could only live without water for like 3 days maximum.
So the medical test, examined my state physiologically, and I was, replenished enough to keep me alive and all that, but I don't remember specifically drinking or eating anything.
What about some of these people that were there during that night? And some have claimed that, this whole story was a hoax. And, I remember something came out last week or about a month ago in regards to this kind of story floating around. And apparently the guy retracted. How do you still keep in touch with these people that?
Yeah, I still keep in touch with them, but it's really hard on them, the survivors. I think John handles it really well, but some of the others get extremely jealous. People rush right by them to talk to me. I mean, they were there too, and had an important role in it. But so I think that's where that comes from. Some of the most ridiculous claims to try to undercut it. Well, we saw what happened to him, but we don't know what happened after that, or some kind of lame way to try to diminish what happened to me so that they can remain center of attention for being a witness. But I think that goes in fits and starts. And strange behavior.
Wow. Did you notice the stuttering, the looking down? He was uncomfortable. It was a really good question. Couple of good questions there, guys. Exactly what I wanted to hear was asked. And he doesn't know how he stayed hydrated enough to survive the 5 days. I think you can survive, I don't know, 2 to 3 days without water. Depends on who you are. But something like that. I think you can survive. I've survived 2 days without water and was fine. Without eating. Yeah, I mean, I didn't feel great, but I was alive. So I don't know exactly what the number is. Yeah, Travis, to me, listening to him on that last 30 seconds, he was uncomfortable. Felt like he was uncomfortable with the question on people are saying stuff. And then he's like, well, people get jealous that the attention isn't on them. You know, people see me and they run right past them to talk to me. Well, yeah, he was the guy in the alien UFO. He was in the UFO, not you. You ran away, remember? You left him there to die. Remember? I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to Travis. He's the cool guy. What an unbelievable story. There is another 15 minutes of that to watch. I want to thank the Cousins brothers for allowing me to play 15 minutes of it. Jeez, thank you. I didn't think that was a possibility, but you knew what I wanted to hear and you allowed that, so I appreciate it. I'll put the link in the show in the description as soon as I'm done, and you guys can watch the rest of that on Third Phase of Moon. I do want to thank a few people while we're here. David Sean Wilcox, at the end of last night's show, left a $7.54 PayPal. And I wanted to say thank you for that. And tonight, Brian Kegler, and I believe I'm reading this correctly, it's a $100 PayPal donation. Jesus, thanks, Brian. He says, moon answer equals 100% agree with what I was saying. Thank you, Brian. Jesus, man. That's no joke right there. And a couple others here right now. Member Brian Kegler. Upgrade, he says here in the super chat, upgrade from oil to 0 point energy is comparable to going from a firecracker to the sun. Easy to make a bomb or a weapon out of 0 point energy. Yeah, because I was talking about how if this technology did get out and somebody figure out how to turn it into a weapon here, you know, in good old citizen USA, you know, it could be very dangerous having the power of the sun in your pocket. So yeah, Brian, good point. Thank you for that. And again, another $5 support. Appreciate it. I think there was a few others. CC, Crystal Sarasali. Member Crystal Sarasali with a $5. No message, no emoji, just pure love. Just sent this way. And I thank you again. You, as well as Brian and many others, are a continuing supporter of GoofOn. Thank you very much. I don't have the food machine. I think we're getting rid of the food machine and coming up with something else for the super chat explosions. But yeah, thank you for that. All right. Well, I don't know what you guys feel about Travis. Obviously, some people here do believe, some don't. Did Travis spend 5 days up in that tower, as Mike Rogers suggested when he talked to Ryan Gordon? I don't know if that interview was real, but I think it was. It was because Travis went on a Jimmy Church to talk about it. I don't know. The way Mike Rogers described how they hoaxed it, damn it, I'm telling you, that sounds legit to me. That's why I'm so, gosh darn it. I want to believe Travis, but what I just saw here in the last 30, 45 seconds was a guy who was uncomfortable for some reason talking about people that are talking shit about him, trying to throw Travis under the bus because they're jealous. That is a really weak argument. They're jealous. I don't know. I wouldn't, after 40-something years, would you be jealous? Well, what do you care? After 5-10 years, I wouldn't care anymore. Yeah, I would probably sit there goes, I was with the guy, why am I not getting it? I'll just go back to work and shut up. You know, you just deal with the life's consequences. That's what happens. Some people get lucky that way. Travis, you know, he didn't have an easy life. Let's not get things thrown out of proportion here. It wasn't like he was living the life in luxury, you know, champagne, caviar, limos, the whole nine. That guy had to work for a living. He went through a lot of stuff. Hold on. Getting messages. Uh-oh. Crystal CC with a $10 Cash App donation. The Cash App. That's right. Cash App, PayPal. You could become a member of GoofOn. All the links are in the description of the show. Crystal Sarasale, CC in the house with member CC with another donation. Grazie, grazie, mucho gusto, generoso. All right. Now, let's get into some good and not so good. Whoa. Hey. Oh. Whoa. Oh. Whoa, whoa. All right. You don't have to pull me to another dimension for this one. We're going to look at some of the best and the worst comments ever given to GoofOn. And I just want to show you something. You know, we started the show, 3 years ago, roughly, almost? It'll be 3 years in October. The channel's been around because it used to be the Paranormal Code. But GoofOn started 3 years ago in October. But this is what the show used to look like when we first started. Let's take a look. And that is strange for power with the camera. With that little round ball. So 911 is supposedly, they want something that's a little more sexy, a little more fun, a little more... It's Richie from Boston. He lives right by a church. There's a church in every corner. Of course he knows about God and why... See, why is this all low?
To be religious shouldn't swear. Listen, I swear like it's my job in regular life because that's what I've been my entire life.
I love this guy.
I try to refrain when I'm making videos.
I swear because it's like my freaking job to swear. I grew up swearing. I swear at my mother, Ma, where are my effing socks? I don't know where your effing socks are. Where the frig are my socks? I don't know where your effing socks are. I don't know where his effing socks are. Anyway, not much has changed. Not much has changed, but except for the way it looks. However, let's take a look at the comment 3 years ago on this show. One comment. Epic intro is epic. Remember Dobromir Renov? Whatever happened to Dobromir? He got tired too. He got tired of the shenanigans. This is December 30th, 2018. Yeah, there's other shows that I did. Like, here's, I think, the first one. What am I doing? This is annoying as hell, right? Tell me this isn't annoying. This is unbelievable. People think... Oh, it looks horrible. You know what I... Oh, I had the white background on that on YouTube. It's choosing this electron. The little red light there, the Ouija board. Is deciding. Oh my God. This is before we got the good computer. Man. Let's see who's in the comments. How many comments? Hey, 12 comments. Let's take a look. Let's see. Great show, Richie. All right. Hey, Lantonio, 8 months ago. Sarah Connor Chronicles. I talked about that today on... Well, I didn't talk about it. And I hear you suck that it was on Fridays. I don't know what that means. All right, we'll get to the nasty ones. You'll see in a minute, but I got to work into it. But this was how everything looked. Yeah. And then I think somebody said, you know, you need to make thumbnails. And then the computer kept crashing. Remember, it would crash, and then I'd have to go, oh, no, we have to put up another stream. And then I'd have to do parts 1 and part 2. And here's another one, part 1, part 2. Say goodbye to Secure Team. 33,000 views. That's the only video where I have 33,000 views. More than 5,000. Ufology, like World Wrestling Entertainment, but faker. Stanton Friedman. I got what Secure Team's got trouble. This video gets recommended all the time, I hear. All right. It's Mandela. All right, let's take a look. I think there's one in here. A couple of... Oh, yeah. We don't want to play anything from the old show. Oh, then 6 comment. Where's the ones? Ah, your mother's got 19 hollow points. Let me pull it up here. I gotta look. I don't know. I had it all set up. This is so stupid. What's happening? You know, why does this happen to me? I don't understand. Okay, here we go. Remember this? What is this, the Matrix? Why am I wearing this? It looks like I'm going bald. Welcome to the show. I don't know if I'm going to do a real long show tonight. What am I doing? Single show, as you know. Hey. I can't handle it. I can't even look at it right now. Can't look at it. Some of these people, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm embarrassed. All right, here we go. I'm pulling up the bad comments now. And good. You guys are crazy. I think a lot of these have been removed. There were a lot of bad ones. Mr. D.B. Cooper, Post Malone is actually a brilliant musical mind, but in ufology, he is still a novice. Shannon Sullivan, whatever happened to Shannon? I like the unlikely slogan. Da 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 da. I don't understand. I had 4 picked out already, and I don't know where they are. All right, here's one. This could be a good channel with a lot of good information, but the host destroys everything with interruptions all the time. I sit and jump back and forth to avoid the unnecessary noise of the host. Otherwise, he shows good video. All right. I agree. I agree with that. I don't want to interrupt, but we have to, or it's not fair use. It sucks. But he's right. He is 100% right. You're right. I don't disagree with that angry comment. Not at all. 2,000 subs we hit. Congrats. I just subscribed to your channel. From behalf of Third Phase of Moon, from Action Jackie. Walter Sobchak says, I don't ever receive notifications for this stupid show. I don't know. Oh, here we go. No. Boy, you'd think there would be a lot. I just can't go. Okay, this is where I think it is. Here it is. Now I think I'm back on track. Joshua Morphew, very nice, says show keeps getting better and better. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. This is the worst show I've ever seen. This guy doesn't believe anything. That's not true. I do believe. I do believe. See, I've seen a lot of those. People say that this host doesn't believe anything. Everything's debunked. That's not true. It's not true at all. Do you know what the orb thing is in your intro? It's almost exactly resembles what my friends and I took a video of hovering about 1,000 feet over the ocean in Hawaii. It hovered in the same spot for about 4 hours before I asked if she had a camera so we could take video of it while I tried to hit it with the green laser. It posted on my YouTube account. Make sure you take a baseball bat with you and hit yourself over the head. The less you talk, the better. And you ask the wrong questions. I did? Very possible I did. All right. It's unbelievable. Remember the intro?
9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
We all know that intro. Tina Mobley. Look at this. Helen Crystal Energy from 2 years ago. November 23rd. Good show, Rich. Tina. Where can I buy your Space Force cap? All right. Oh, there's some nasty ones. You'll see. I just don't know why I'm not able to remember where I put them.
9.
Yep. Dave almost made me cry. Pat Walker's missing. We haven't seen him in 2 years. The monolith. Remember the monolith? Yep, this is when I got the computer. Why did everything look so much better back then? Right? I didn't notice. Oh, you know, it's different than when we're live. That's true. True. The monolith. That was the second one. Those were fun. I like the monoliths. Remember this?
Ignition sequence start.
I remembered this. I remember making the TV. I remember making that. You remember this video? Oh, this one's incredible. I want to watch this real quick. Who's this guy?
Third phase of moon, we're doing it. Jim, what do you think is the correlation between you and these encounters?
Well, I attribute the sightings I have to a process called Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind Protocol, CE5, or as other people refer to it, UFO summoning. And that is where you use your mind to project thought and intention to produce a UFO encounter and experience, what we call human-initiated contact. I learned this about 6 years ago. I first saw Dr. Greer's movie Sirius, and that really opened up my mind to the possibility of using thought to initiate contact. And then from there, I met a local legend in Los Angeles named Robert Bingham, who taught me first.
All right, I'm going to stop it here. Anybody want to take a guess on what this is? All right, this is the only one I don't like. All the other ones are pretty cool.
Was flying vertically and fast. I could see it clearly in the viewfinder. Whoa. As we apply a gray filter, the object begins to take shape with repeated flashes on either side.
You know what that is? It's an airplane. It's just blurred out.
Whoa.
Right? Isn't that what it is?
Here we scale up the object and add a green filter. We can see the humanoid form with the UFO.
This is the back of an airplane? Maybe? The black is heat. Then the lights flash, and this is the back end of the airplane. It's probably going down or, you know, going out. I don't know, but it's weird.
Kicking out its legs. Here's a couple of still images. First shot showing.
Yeah, you see? You just hear airplane wing, airplane wing.
The orbs on either side of the UFO. We see the being has white pants with a black upper body.
I can't. This is so funny. I'm going to watch it a few more minutes.
As we look at the gray filter, we see more details emerge. Here we scale up the UFO. We can see some kind of machinery.
All right, are you into it yet? I mean, is this crazy or what? I have to stop it. Out of respect. Now, the reason I like this isn't because it's hard to figure out, although I don't know if I just figured it out sitting here, but it's weird. The legs look like it's running. He'll tell you everything here, but I captured a humanoid in 2005 on September 23rd, and I played the video here, and you can tell it's humanoid-ish, and the legs are moving. Not only that, my video did not do justice for what I saw through the binoculars. To the eye, to the naked eye, if I just looked up at it, and there was chemtrails, they filled the night sky into the morning when I Shut up. Who gives a shh? What happened down here? I don't know. I can't find anything, man. I'm just gonna have to yeah, let's go here to a year ago. There were some things in here. All these are nice people. Gobstopper, Rebecca, Maddie Savage. Cheers. Whoa, that guy from Pittsburgh. Did you see that video I sent you? Da 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 da. I can't find the meanies. Did we? I just did this today. Shannon Sullivan. Why does that face look familiar? Very familiar. Rich, when you zoom in on what you call the camera, you see a thick blue line with the white stars and blue lines out. I have no da 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 da. What'd you think about the guy Parrot talking about the Galactic Federation? Cheers. Where are the a-holes? I can't remember. Nice content. You make me laugh. Ba ba da ba da. Da 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 da. Whoa. Jesus. Dude. Wow. I can't find. You know, this is ridiculous. Countdown to disclosure. I'm pretty sure things start getting heated. I thought it was this one where there was a bunch of angered people here. Too many coincidences to be a coincidence. Everything happens for a reason. Da 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 da. Moogie, cheers up. So negative these days, Rich. Chin up. I can't find the secrets in the field song. Mysterious Dragonar. Now I'm annoyed. Where is this person and where is the channel that is calling you those names? Unsubscribed. I'm not into channels that harass people to the point they end up in the hospital. Karma, Goofon. Goofon, what sort of name is that? Do you remember this? Do you remember that channel? What is it called? What was that guy's name? Who still does videos about us? I can't even remember the guy's name. That's so weird. But anyway, he had 3 or 4 of his friends would do the show with him, and they were the only ones there, and the guy's been around for a couple of years already. But he would say a bunch of stuff about us, then I would say something back, and one of the guys got so upset about what I said, he said it gave him a nervous breakdown, and he wound up going to the hospital. And that's what this comment's about. That I harassed somebody talking shit about me by me just responding, putting them in the hospital. Love that one. Yeah, back then a lot of people were getting notified after the show. Interesting. What was the name of that channel? No, not Ack and those guys. I can't remember the name. Can't remember the name. What is it? The guy's really not smart. Remember this? Here's an epic show.
So I did the CD at a clip studio. Well, I told, you know, from I was 18 years old. I also worked out of it's certainly it's look at the information.
You know what I'm doing right now.
In the art scene.
What would once you know when the summer comes, go from there. On the scene.
I'm confused. I'm confused.
To do today.
I'm confused.
I went out there. Questions.
Not those books.
Where the hell is it?
Yeah, I don't know, but they certainly when
he played the song on the show.
So, you know, this is when I play this song. I say three things. 18 when 67.
Where is it? What are they?
Together real quickly. I just, you know, another time, another being.
I thought he played it.
That's my, just one finger. It was kind of,
I'm sad. I'm really sad that he didn't play it.
18 when 60.
Didn't he play it?
It was already set in motion anyway, so we walk.
Here's the
end. That's
end.
the wave, and we get to splash it. You know, we've been waiting for that wave. You know,
That's what I thought. It was at the end.
But you know.
Communication too.
The spelling of Greg. Well, more recently.
Is this weird or is it me?
You know,
the prime age too.
Colin Andrews.
Oh, until this
in the art scene. Brown, but like.
Secrets in the fields.
Oh, this is it.
That's awesome.
It's a different version?
What are they?
What are they?
Why are they?
Why are they?
Do they mean? What are they?
What are they?
Why are they?
Why are they? Do they mean? What do they mean? What are they?
Are they harbingers of world
Change.
The secrets in the field.
What are they?
Are they harbingers of world
Change.
The secrets in the field. Are they
Harbingers of world change.
The secrets in the fields. In the field. In the field.
What's the other guy doing? That was cute. I can't, you know, this is really weird. I really don't understand. I'm really, there's a reason why this happened. Did I just say that? There's a reason why this happened. Why the angry emails, or not emails, but the messages and comments I can't find. You guys know what I do. Look, I had them all set up. I had them all right here. But this isn't them. That's a Bigfoot video. That's mine. That's a video I'm not playing. That's that guy. The Two Stranger. It's not here. Travis Walton. What I'm doing now. Very strange. All right. Well, I'm going to move on because I'm a little bit upset. This was in the Twitter world today because we do talk about things that are going on in UFO Twitter world. From your good friend, UFO Jesus. Well, I'm going to do the All About You show another night. I'm going to find those comments. Why they're not... Oh. What time? Oh. Okay. Man. I tell you, something's going on. I just found where they were. But I wasted so much time. Christopher Sharp of Liberation Times is a superb writer and has done an outstanding job covering the unfolding UFO issue in our current time. Any mistakes he may have made along the way in his short career will serve to sharpen him as he moves forward in his journalism career. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Yeah, no, you don't. You don't. Got some things I want to talk about real quick. This comes from William's Conundrum. Now, Stephen Cambion shared this as I did, but this comes from William Conundrum. This is actually pretty good. He's done this before, so you may want to... I'll put the link to his place in here, but watch this.
I've been recording and documenting everything that has happened to me for the last 10,000 years.
Are you serious?
What? What?
Too much belief in bullshit in ufology. Very cute. Very cute short. Very cute short by William Conundrum. Anjali tweeted today. She says, humanity is in a state of amnesia. It has forgotten who it is, how it came to be here, why it is here, how to unbecome who it is not. The consciousness state of awareness is akin to sleeping. Most humans resonate just above the state of sleep, neither being awake nor asleep. She should know, as somebody who dabbles in the edibles. No? Allegedly dabbles in the edibles. She should know what that's like. Being in a fog, half in of reality, half out of reality. I'm seeing aliens. No, I'm not. Yeah, they're in a mountain right there. No, they're not. Yes, they are. They are? Yeah. Don't you believe me? I do believe you, consciousness. You want to see something? Tell me what this is. Anybody know what this is? I don't think this is what we think it is. But what is this? This is the Tic Tac? Marek Var says this is the famous Tic Tac UFO. The image is from the FLIR 1 video. It is a precise match with aviator descriptions. No wings, no control surfaces, no propulsion. Sorry, Mick West, it's not a distinct jet. Edits. Minor contrast change line added where sun washes out top edge. So this cannot be a airplane. Not at all? All right. But just remember, that image is taken from FLIR. 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 It's not from a video. Your friend, UFO Jesus again, says, I'm convinced there's one thing not benefiting ufology. It staying fringe and amongst the small group it always has does benefit increased coverage of mainstream media. Oh, that's always good. Having the mainstream media give us coverage on UFOs, really good. How did that work out for you? See, I'm praying, but not really. I want you to do. How does that work out for you with the MSM? That working out for you? Do you like it? Increased scientists and institutions studying it. No. Increased scientists and institutions studying it? Okay. Give me the number 5 years ago of how many institutions and scientists were studying UFOs, and give me today's numbers. I want to know. How does he know it's increased? There's increased scientists. No, there isn't. Nobody knows that number. That's a bullshit lie. Congress demanding transparency on it. Are they? Were they? Did they? Hardly. That was Luis Elizondo and his team of magicians making you think that Congress really... who? 2 people? 2 people in Congress? What was the first schmucko? Rubio? Yeah. Oh, I feel confident with Marco Rubio wanting a little more transparency on UFOs. And who's the other one? Some broad. I can't remember her name. Scott Brown tweeted today. He says, because of what happened with with the Anjali thing, he was on a show, Cambian show, didn't say much at certain times, but listen to what bullshit is happening with this lady, Anjali. She's now wanting to sue anybody and everybody, and also this other woman. He says, I would like to just clarify something contrary to what some others have said and stated about me. I've never made a statement concerning any sexual assault or trauma involving Anjali. I may have nodded my head during a podcast when others were speaking about it, but that is all. So if I'm guilty of anything, it's nodding my head. At this point, I'll wash my hands of this entire Anjali situation and get back to the study of the real phenomena instead of wasting my time with this bullshit that is Anjali. We all need to stop giving this woman the light to shine. Cambian did his best to be nice, to play devil's advocate. We saw that several times, and she's nasty. She's dirty. Anjali is dirty. And when I say dirty, I mean bad for ufology. She's bad. Trailer trash. Dumpster chicks. She's dirt. And let me tell you why I say that. She knows what she's doing. She knows her bullshit lies are just that. This woman tried to get her 15 minutes of fame and may succeed at it because her story is so grandiose and makes such great claims. But the way she says it with such conviction sometimes, if you're just a casual observer of Anjali, you would think this woman has some gifts. Now she's dipping back into her history because she knows that's what people can't deny. Things that happened when she was 5, 6 years old. Why would a child make that up? Oh, why would a child make that up? Why would a child make up anything? Because they don't know any better. Anyway, further evidence that Ryan Gordon, this is the guy who tried to debunk Travis Walton. Remember Ryan Gordon? This is from The Sixth Sense. I'm going to pull it up on the screen so you can see what I see because there's audio here. Further evidence that Ryan Gordon is a load of crap and that the whole fire in the sky UFO movie thing was a hoax pushed along by Travis Walton and others. Ryan Gordon is known by many to be a liar and a con over all these years. Well, for one, isn't Ryan Gordon into gay porn? And two, anything even remotely involving Ryan is almost certainly a load of crap. That's a play on words. Again, he removed a boatload of accounts. This is how he works. He does his shit and then splits town only to return at a later date. Yeah, that's what Ryan Gordon is. He's a bullshitter. I called it out from day one on all the shows that this guy was on. Wasn't he on when he was on Alien Addict show? And I said, dude, he's lying. And I called him. I said, you're not giving us anything. You said you were going to give us photos of Anjali. You said you were going to give us this on Travis Walton. You haven't given us anything. Especially with the Anjali thing. I called that guy's bullshit firsthand. No. Alien Addict's like, no. Rich, you don't understand. He sent it to me. I go, did he? Then let's see it. Couldn't show me anything. Well, he hasn't sent it yet, but he's about to send. Oh, he hasn't sent it yet? Well, let's see what this is about.
With this Ryan guy, I'm getting text messages from another person. I mean, it started out innocent enough to where this person was basically saying, hey, I work with Ryan. Ryan and Mike and Travis are trying to do a movie, like some sort of documentary or a new movie. But in order to get any interest in this movie, they have to come up with a different angle. And the angle that they're trying to come up with and they're trying to use for this movie or documentary or whatever the case may be is the fact that this whole thing's a hoax.
Travis was in on that? My God. Okay. Before we leave, I want to show you something. Here's a different angle. We're all familiar with the slap that was heard around the world from Will Smith. Brian Kegler, remember Brian Kegler with the $5. There are many different types and quality of FLIR. Some are so detailed it's close to watching TV. Combined sensory augmentation is the answer. Yeah, but when talking about those FLIR videos, they're not. They're not detailed. They're terrible. They're awful. Yeah, there are some FLIR that do look really good, but not the ones that we ever see. I wonder, those 4 or 5 videos that we're going to see from New York UAP discussion on May 27th at the Utah Symposium, I wonder if those are going to be the clear ones, Brian. I wonder. You know what I mean? They're going to be dry. They're going to be awful. Yeah, I said dry. They're going to be dry. Dry. There's not going to be any detail, no moisture, nothing. Thanks, Brian. Yeah, that's a good point, too. I appreciate that. There are better versions than the ones we've been seeing, for sure. And again, a continuing supporter of GoofOn. So, different camera angle on the Will Smith thing. Check this out. This is amazing.
Is an angle most people have not seen. Look at Jada's reaction.
Let me start it over.
Here is an angle most people have not seen. Look at Jada's reaction.
She's laughing.
Wow, dude. It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
I'm going to, okay? So I can go. That was the greatest night in the history of television. Okay. So we are here to give a documentary.
Here.
That's amazing. Watch it one more time. Watch her. She laughs when Will Smith smacks him. You know what I mean?
Is an angle most people have not seen. Look at Jada's reaction.
Wow, dude. It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
I'm going to.
You can hear a pin drop.
So I can go.
Ale Warrior with $2 super sticker.
That was the greatest night in the history of television. Okay. So we are here.
That's wild stuff. Ale Warrior with $2 right out of the gate, right at the end. Let me see here what it is. It is a work. It says work on a laptop. Well, thank you, sir. I don't know what computer work. I'm a little confused on that, but I wish I could see it up on this screen right here. But thank you. I think you mean that there's a lot of work going on. I don't know. I don't know what it means. I'm missing it. What does it mean that the computer says work? The laptop says work. Why am I not getting that? Ale Warrior. I feel bad. I don't get it. But thank you for the $2 super sticker. Thank you though. It's 11. It just passed 11:11. That is the sign. That is the end of Undall right now. So I want to thank the super chatters and the moderators for keeping this show up and running smoothly. Thank you everybody for all your contributions, and you can still help the show even after it's over. All the links are in description, which I will be adding links to tonight's videos into the description as soon as we end here, so you can check out or go to Third Phase of Moon to watch the rest of that Travis Walton interview. It's pretty awesome. So far, from what we've seen, it was awesome. I enjoyed it. I enjoy everything they do. And thank you, newcomers and veterans, for giving the show a chance. Hey, like I always said, you give the show 2-3 days, you might like it. If you don't, you don't. And then, you go on your merry way. No harm, no foul. The show's free, right? Thank you all. Keeping Goof on alive, we are Truthology for Ufology, and we'll be back tomorrow night, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. What are we doing tomorrow? I already have the show set up, right? I don't know. Yeah, I got it ready to go, but we'll see you tomorrow. And thank you, Third Phase of Moon, for the video. Is that it? We're done, right?